Hi, this is Osman. I am an energy healer, yoga and meditation teacher, and an entrepreneur. Be sure to visit my website, yogawellness786.com, for more resources, contact information, as well as a list of my services, and importantly, discussions on contemporary challenges that people face day to day from a perspective of a modern science discoveries as well as ancient established sciences. So my practice, we utilize natural methods and lifestyle habits in order to improve your health or to better manage, challenges that you may be facing. But they are not a replacement for medical treatment. If you have a medical condition, please do the responsible thing. Consult a qualified and licensed medical professional in your locality, right? Don't just take advice from YouTube, right, for your health. So that being said, I'd like to discuss some healthy items that you can include from healthy food items that you can include in your diet that I found to be amazing, and game changers, in my life, and doesn't necessarily mean that these alternatives is going to be perfect for you. You must consult with your doctor as well, before you make any dietary changes, or a qualified person, and ensure that what you are having is not harmful to you, because something that can be very healthy but maybe for your particular condition can be a poison, right? What is beneficial for regular people. So don't just self-medicate. But usually food is the least harmful item that one could consume, especially healthy foods, natural foods, wholesome foods, right? So from the food, before you can go to that which is healthy, remove the things that are unhealthy from your diet. Remove processed or reduce processed, right? So I'm a practical person. I understand that people cannot. It's impossible for them to remove some of their favorite foods, but reduce it dramatically. If it's processed or highly refined, right? So you can have natural foods like bread is a natural food, but it's refined, made from refined flour, right? Try to have maybe rye bread, sieved bread, whole wheat bread, right? Made from whole wheat, right? Whole grains and brown rice. These are things. So there are basically 6 categories of plant-based foods, and from the animal-based foods, I will say have them in the natural form. So instead of having processed and frozen meats, buy them fresh fish, that in the form of a fish, not cut up and sliced and placed in a box or in a can, right? Try to avoid it as far as possible. Eggs, as natural as possible, you know um, is going to be better. You get omega-3 enriched eggs where they feed the chicken omega-3 supplements, so that the eggs also have omega-3s in them. It doesn't come naturally with omega-3s, right? And also organic um, pasture. You get pasteurized and pasture raised, right? Free, where the chicken eggs are pasteurized, means there's the harmful bacteria is removed, especially for those who are on fitness goals and doing weight gaining and muscle building, and having raw eggs, right? So it's harmful to have raw eggs unless they are pasteurized. The bacteria is removed because the harmfulness of the bacteria needs to be removed. The regular eggs, to have them raw, it is harmful. It will impact negatively on your system. You have to at least have them poached or boiled, you know, um, and the yellow underdone as far as possible. It's healthier. The nutritional value is healthier that way. And to remove the saturated fat, remove the skin from chicken and the fat, I have lean cuts. and maybe chicken breasts, right? And to keep a healthy balance of plant-based and animal foods, if you're consuming animal foods, right? Red meats. Reduce your red meats, percentage to follow like a 70-30. 70% plant-based or plant-sourced foods and 30%, animal sourced foods, right? So coming back to the healthy plant-based, and if you can go whole foods plant-based, this is the best possible diet that you can go into, right? And there are 6 categories. They are the berry families is number 1, and number 2 would be the cruciferous vegetables family, and number 3 would be the leafy greens like the spinach and chard family, and number 4 is the citrus family, the oranges and lemon and lime, and number 5 is the legume and lentils family, right? Very rich and amazing source of protein. And I'll come back to this level, the problem in this level after this mentioning the 6th is the whole grains and cereals, right? Not refined, not refined rices, not white rice, brown rice, and whole grains, whole cereals, right? So coming back to the legumes, many people avoid legumes because it causes a problem of too much of gas, and it becomes very uncomfortable. And this is because you are not used to it. In the beginning, how to include it in a health, because it's a healthy plant source of protein, very healthy source of protein. And especially if you're going to go into a plant-based diet, you need a plant-based source of protein. And if gas is troubling you, you need to understand, because I'm on a plant-based, whole foods plant-based diet, right? I'm in a whole foods plant-based raw diet, right? And that's my choice, right? So from the legumes, the problem of gas, start by including just a little small portion in your food to allow your body to get used to it, right? So allow a few days to a few weeks by just including a few tablespoons, smaller quantities, and slowly, gradually, increase it to around a cup to cup and a half a day. If you can have 1.5 cups a day of legumes, right, or lentils, cooked, right, cooked, it's going to be amazing for your heart health and for your health, right? It's going to be absolutely amazing. And slices of onions, right? Raw onions is absolutely a game changer, especially the red onion if it's possible. But any onion, slices of that, if you add that, without cooking it, right, as far as possible. Or you can, add a little bit of pepper on it, or garnish with a little bit of vinegar, to make it more palatable. And this is an amazing food, and there's some amazing spices that I found, to be amazing, value to me. And I will continue with more information on further videos. If this is interesting to you, let me know in the comment section below, and I will include more information. And be sure to visit my website, yogawellness786.com, and take care of yourself always.